Hello! So for my first vlog, I have some music playing in the background, but I don't know if it comes through on the computer, so I'll have to check that when I finish. But I'm really excited about this class because one, we're in class for like 2 hours and it really doesn't even feel like that we're like in class. So when I'm writing out my like script for not script but bullet points for the vlog, I'm like, wow, I've learned a lot. I don't know if I can get it in like 5 minutes, but it doesn't feel like that we're being like crammed with information, which is partially what I kind of want to have in my classroom. Like, I don't want to cram information down my kids' throats, but I want them to feel like they actually learned something when they can go back and tell their parents like, oh, well, yeah, this is what I learned, or now I know how to do this, or whatever it is. But I'm starting to like get my classes confused. So like Dr. Wasserberg and Dr. Fox and this one, which I think is kind of good because it's kind of like everything is coming together to kind of mix and make me an educator. So as I'm writing my bullet points, I'm like, oh wait, that's not this class, but I think it kind of relates. So I added that in as well. But the first thing I want to talk about were the icebreakers that we did, the little charms. I thought that was a great idea. It seemed like we could use this in any kind of classroom, all different types of students, different ages, stuff like that, because everyone can relate to something and it's an icebreaker, like I said, so they can talk to their classmates about it and just kind of break the ice. And I also am really enjoying the videos and readings that are assigned. So, like Dr. Daniel Siegel, when he was talking about the brain and all that stuff, was really interesting to me because in exercise science, I took anatomy and we spent like half of the semester on the nervous system. So I was really familiar with like the limbic system, like this part when he did like the hand model. It was super cute. And that was something that we focused on a lot because it's like the first thing that develops, super like primal is what I'm thinking of. So that was really cool. And then I think it was the first class we listened to Casey Bethel, the like teacher of the year in Georgia, I think, and that really kind of connected with me because I had mentioned in class I was talking with a coworker and he said he was destined to fail in school and all that stuff. So I really think that as teachers and educators, we can really like get away from that like stereotype, like, oh, if you have certain factors or whatever, you're destined to fail. No, like I disagree with that. So I think we can make a difference in that. The check-ins, like in the morning meeting, checking in with your students, I think that's really helpful to know. And because we can't control like the child's home life and their environment, but we can try and control their school environment as best we can. Which the TED Talk with Dr. Nadine Burke Harris, I have it written down here. The like adverse childhood experiences, that was really interesting to me because I feel like everyone has a lot of those, or some of those at least in some point. Like I come from a divorced family, and everyone has something. So I think that was really cool to see, to place it in like if you have this many or this many or this many or whatever. Also, something that I found really cool that we've been learning are like think, pair, share, see, think, wonder, like the timers where we are like active listening for a solid minute, and like the chalk talk and the graffiti. I really enjoy all of that because it's strategies that we use as a class, but it's also strategies that we can use in our classroom. And especially like think, pair, share, and see, think, wonder. See, think, wonder. We were able to see like videos of that in the actual classroom. So I really enjoyed that. But most importantly, what I took away from all of the readings and whatnot is like the classroom environment. Like I really want to set up like lights and more natural lighting and all that stuff. So that was really cool to me because when I think of a classroom, I think of like fluorescent lighting and rows and all that stuff, but not so much anymore. So that was something maybe not that I learned, but kind of like oh, put in perspective sort of thing. And something that I did learn is people are trying to get away from like direct instruction, that I kind of feel like we're learning it's, I don't want to say bad, but not the best way to teach. So that was kind of scary in a way, because I'm like, I don't know what to do now. Like with direct instruction, we saw a video, I don't think it was in this class, I think it was in Dr. Wasserberg, but they were literally reading from a script, which makes me kind of think like, oh, we really don't need a master's degree for that. Anybody can read from a script. So I like that we're kind of going towards like the Montessori school and the inquiry and all that stuff, like at the top of the pyramid. But it does make me nervous, I'm not gonna lie. But some of the goals, I'm wrapping up, I know I'm at 6 minutes. A couple goals that I wrote out, like by the time I graduate, I want to feel confident in managing classroom behaviors, but also interacting with parents, because that makes me kind of nervous. When I was coaching gymnastics, I had some interactions with parents, but I only had their kids for an hour a week, so it wasn't as intimate as like student teacher, you're with them for like 8 hours a day the whole week. And kind of a long term, like after my first few years of teaching, I want to have like a curriculum developed so that I can like make small changes to like tailor to the needs of the students I have that year. But I feel like a baseline curriculum should be established by then. But I know I went over time, but I tried to keep it short. Anyway, I will see you in class on Tuesday.